Oh.
Yo, it's the boys with the heat. Mic stay hot, never miss a beat. From the field to the street, let's go. Real talk every time we speak. Charles beyond chaos, stack got facts. Dropping flames, never falling back. Pod so raw, can't fake that track. Hit play once, now you run it back. We got guests on deck, insights deep. Packers to Sooners, talk ain't cheap. Sundays lit, fantasy freaks. Breaking it down while your takes stay weak. Boys with the heat, yeah, name ring bells. Podcast kings got story to tell. Behind the scenes, or we out on the field. Truth gets real when the mic gets peeled. Boys with the heat. Turn it up loud, feel that beat. Truth so cold, style so elite. Game time now with the Durham must beat. Yo, Mr. Coins with the heat. Mr. Coins with the heat. Game red beat. Truth so cold, style so elite. Game time now, let the real ones beat. Mr. Coins with the heat.
Welcome back, Charles. Welcome back.
Buddy, how's it going?
Oh, I was actually looking through sports cards earlier, trying to find some of the Bowman U sports cards, some of the guys that might be at the draft and get an autograph. I do have a Jackson Dart.
Oh, yeah, I guess who's not showing up now?
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart.
That's why I was there. That's why I brought it up. I'm like,
Here's the kicker. Make sure to bring any Tucker Craft cards you have.
I do have
Because I happen to know that Tucker Craft will be there between noon and 3 tomorrow doing some things.
Yeah, and I guess what? Packers are going to have Amon Green.
There's going to be a bunch of
Gary
signature
Kramer
people
probably
there.
there.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. So let's get right into the show. We'll start with our Pop Minute.
Yeah,
We'll start with our Pop Minute. Absolutely. Here's a quick dive into today's pop culture buzz. Netflix new series, North of North. This fictional series is making waves alongside Addison Ray's latest musical release. Are you aware of any of this?
North of North. I think it might have scrolled past it on Netflix, but I didn't really paid attention to it. What's this thing all about?
No fucking idea. I was hoping you knew a little bit.
Do I. Like,
So apparently, but I don't have Netflix. Yep, no fucking idea. Eyewear trends. Celebrities like Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet are redefining eyewear fashion with bold and vintage-inspired designs. Are we aware of this at all?
I've seen the pictures of Timothy with the glasses on, and it's weird. So just look up. I think all you gotta do.
Okay, yep, I'm seeing them right now. So you
Yeah.
basically take a diamond, cut them in half, and that's the. All right. Wow. Anyways, number 3.
Yeah, I'm over the glasses. Like that's
Yeah.
a fucking trend.
Yeah. Green Bay's pop culture fame. I swear to goodness, I did not do this on purpose, but from Elvis Presley's favorite roller coaster to the Packers' cameo in Pitch Perfect 2, Green Bay has some fascinating claims to fame. So I'm guessing that has to do with the NFL draft being
probably.
where it is. Okay, now then on Monday's show, we had talked about darts.
Yeah,
And
I
how
wanna-
like so like the
World
Dart
champion?
World Cup.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a Dart World Cup and I was like, bro, it's electric. And you guys are like, what? And I'm like, all right, I'll show you on Wednesday. So if you want to pull that screen up, we'll go ahead. I've got it zoomed in. You can find this on YouTube. Just search Netherlands 2025 Dart World Championships. And there's a bunch of videos you could go through, but here's a good little. All right, so this guy coming up right now is from the Netherlands.
Figure out.
Tops! That is incredible!
double,
That is how you take
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Just
fireworks.
I mean, if you look, like, dude, look at the crowd.
The crowd's pumped.
Bro, and everyone's in costumes like college game day, dude. You got people in hot dog costumes.
Here's the
fucking-
problem. Here's the only issue I have with it.
Yeah.
the little tiny dick sparkler fireworks that went off is what pissed me off. I'm like, the dude deserved way bigger fireworks.
It's way bigger fireworks, right? We don't know
But
what the scene looks like.
Indoors.
But I mean, bro, dude, there's 20,000 people, 20,000
yeah.
people in here, right?
And
it's just
all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you in your fucking hand.
But they've got it figured out. They've got it so you're not sitting in a bleacher. You're sitting at a table with your mates drinking and partying, and it's college football electric.
Crazy. Have you seen these? Jake, a guy I work with, brought them up. They're these like a fan experience. They're like these 3D bars where you go in and you're like basically sitting on floor seats. Yeah. So Detroit has one.
Potawatomi has a sportsbook room that has a 360 kind of massive TVs. We'll have to go one game. We'll get in contact with them and see if everything's okay. See if we can come in and do an episode there or something. I happen to know a few people in that area that might be able to help us with that. But yeah, they've got a sports gaming room that's. I just seen it on the news this morning.
I'm gonna bring up the one that's in Dallas, and you can't even tell. You can't even tell.
No, it's not like those specifically. And I'm thinking the closest we're gonna get to one of those sooner than later is Milwaukee. But
have you look at that? They're in a bar. They're in a fucking bar. Look at this top, the field. You can't even tell. You can't tell they're not at the goal line.
When we go to Vegas, like I'm gonna go to the Sphere. I don't care. It's probably gonna cost a dumb amount, but. Like, it'll be sweet to be immersed in one of those ultra.
That's what it's called. It's called the immersive 360-degree sports view. So there's two in Dallas, which we should hit Paul up. He's got to go, but he should go with the GoPro or with his phone and experience this for us. I don't know if it's super expensive. Maybe it's like $20-$30, but I think Paul, to go watch like a Cubs game or something, I think he would do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We could get him to go.
Oh, absolutely. Or when we go down there, we could
all go witness it ourselves.
We can all go witness it ourselves. So some of the things, let's go over. Man, it's still too early to talk about baseball. What are some of the things we've enjoyed so far about the NBA? The NBA finals so far.
Okay, so check this out. I do the Pistons putting up a fight. They probably should have actually done better in game one, but the officiating decided that they were going to start calling fouls and letting them hack a Cade and letting them go on a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter. Yeah. And they took the game over. But other than that, even in the second game, you started to see them do the same thing. I don't like how the NBA plays that. The Lakers series is good. I do the Luka thing, the Luka LeBron. I don't like LeBron James. We put this out there. Neither one of us like him, but it is a cool thing with him and Luka watching him play.
I'm glad you brought that up, because something I was going to bring up is exactly what you just brought up.
Yeah, and I hate watching LeBron, but I love watching Luka.
It's not about him, the person, in this scenario. And
it's
now we're talking about him, the basketball player.
Yeah,
and minus the antics and all of that, the fact that he's 42 years old and doing what he's doing is crazy. It's still pretty cool.
But like you said, it's the flopping. It's his attitude towards the game.
The difference is that we're seeing this for the first time, but this isn't the first time the NBA has seen this.
No.
You had Wilt Chamberlain, who did way better. Okay, so like even in the longevity sense, I think he was still fielding offers from age 50 to 59, and then at age 60 he finally retired. And it wasn't like he was playing.
Well, he would do cameos with the Harlem Globetrotters, I think, into his 50s.
Cleveland, the Knicks, are all multiple teams that contacted him in that 51 or in that 50 to 59 year age span that were offering him legitimate contracts to come play in the NBA. Whether it be for a playoff push or to get them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting story. OKC smashing Memphis. Is this more about the inability of Ja Morant to lead a team?
No, Kansas City's or Oklahoma City is just that. They're just that loaded. They're loaded.
They're just that good. Game one, I'm listening to it on the way back from the UP. Game one, and they play 13 players.
They have the NBA's best offense and I think number 2 defense. So it makes sense that they're blowing that. They only lost 14 fucking games. They're just that good.
Yeah. So Jason Tatum's got a bone bruise in his wrist. I was laughing about this because he was laying on the floor and the trainer goes to get him. And the head coach is, bro, stop it, he's just being a bitch, and then takes a drink of water, more or less, and screams, get up. And now his availability for the game game 2 is in question due to a bone bruise. And now I haven't seen much in the last hour and a half, so maybe he is playing by the time this cast goes. But I thought it was funny, like the one time, something you hear in a lot of this circles
right, the defending champions opportunity,
and how soft the NBA is. Now you have a moment where the coach is like, dude, stop being a pussy, and his players actually hurt.
Hey, I'm all for that. I agree with that.
I'm like, dude, listen, it was just the wrong turn of the die for you, bro. I think it would be just fine. So Pistons and Knicks.
Thursday, yep, tomorrow.
Yes.
Tied 1-1. Cade Cunningham has been nothing short of fantastic the entire...
In Game 2, he was a ghost in Game 1.
Here's the reason he's a ghost in Game 1. He got in foul trouble early. I think he picked up 3 quick fouls into the second quarter, and he sat 8 minutes, and that hurts. Yeah.
Inexperience of the pace of playoff play and NBA basketball, I think, played a big role in that.
The Pistons are so young. Outside of Tobias Harris, I think that whole team is a bunch of 24-year-old dudes out there playing.
The last time he was with the Pistons and they were in the playoffs, he was
I forget about this. He's got
Palace
2 runs
of Auburn
with the Pistons.
Hills. Yeah. So
I'm excited. I think the Pistons, if they can take Game 2 or Game 3 and go up 2-1 and then potentially win Game 4 and go up 3-1, I think they got it. But they got to win both these next games at home.
Look at it differently.
I think
they do have to win the first game. I agree with you. I agree with you that it makes it easier winning this next game first. But after winning this next game, which would give them the edge because they won the last game and now if they win a back-to-back, then it can go 50% the rest of the way and it'll go seven games. I don't think this is anything other than a 6 or 7 game series. Do you?
No, it's a 6-game series for sure. But I just figured they would win 1 back at home, and then maybe they go back to the Palace and the Pistons finish it off. Game 6.
It would be nice.
That's what I would hope. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Yeah, it would be fantastic to win 2 at home, lose 1 in New York, and then come back and win it in Detroit after not winning a playoff game and.
That's what I hope. Obviously, that's.
I love that. I love that. I don't see why it wouldn't happen that way.
I saw you post
Pistons and 6, baby. Pistons and 6, baby.
It's a few people don't understand. It's been like 20 fucking years since Charles and I have even been able to say we think we're going to win a series, let alone be in the fucking playoffs.
We're usually. Now that we got that win, I'm stoked, but there was a small part of me who's, bro, if this streak fucking continues and we miss out on Cooper Flag, like, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, no shit.
But the streak ended, so it doesn't matter. And, dude, there is a crazy fucking world where Cooper Flag ends up in San Antonio. You gotta be out of your mind, dude. Cooper Flag, Chris Paul, fucking... Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Ridiculous. Them sports cards are going to be fucking through the roof. They're going to have.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. It's just as long as Adam Silver fixes it the way he needs to, Cooper will end up where he's supposed to go. Because Victor isn't in Detroit right now, who happens to be in the playoffs. That could have been a very formidable team.
Hey.
Had you not fixed the NBA.
Speaking of players ending up where they should, did you see Cleveland is on the clock trying to trade away their second pick? They're taking offers. They're taking offers.
And New York.
You already put it out there, both of them. Yeah.
And New York, yes.
That's crazy. Yeah. The Bears got to get on top of that. Shit. You want that offensive tackle? Move up.
I heard that they're trying to move up to get Ashton Genty. But we do have
surprise me.
We do have to really quick. I'm sorry that I have to do this. I'm not sorry. You were right. And the reason I'm not sorry, of course, and what you were right about.
I don't even know what I'm right about.
Doc.
Oh, really?
Your skepticism of Doc, I have bought a bus ticket. I'm coming back home.
They might be the worst team in the playoffs.
I don't understand how they haven't found fucking defense, bro.
No,
how have you?
None.
Everyone's, Indiana's never going to keep shooting at 70%, but they do because our defense is terrible.
Did you watch what Indiana did? Literally the definition of team basketball. They're passing it around the perimeter, and the guy drives inside and kicks it out, and a dude's wide open. NBA players typically don't miss more than they usually shoot 40%.
There's no motion
40%
in our offense.
None.
There's no defense, and it feels like it's Dame and Giannis, and we're heading to a point where you're going to start hearing a bunch. Yeah, you're going to hear a bunch of people start talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo being one damn GQ article away from saying he's not happy and wants to go to a fucking contender.
Yeah.
And it's, you don't know basketball because you're in the playoffs, you're a contender.
Well, right. Here's the thing. Dame got hurt at like the worst possible time for the Bucks.
And last year, Giannis was hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't play at all. And this is the first game Dame's been back since a minute. I do expect them to win one at home, but I expected them to win one at home last year. At this point,
Indiana's a young, fun team to watch.
And basketball is a game of runs.
Yeah.
Basketball is a game of runs. Milwaukee is plenty good enough. They just have to get their heads out of their ass and play a little bit of defense.
Think about this. How many times the Pistons were up by what, 14 or something?
Yeah.
I watched that lead go away in about a minute and 45 seconds in the NBA. A 20-point lead in the NBA, the teams have that multiple times during the season, like multiple games, back-to-back games, and lose. It happens all the time.
Before we hit the NFL draft, before we wrap this up, because it's a quick episode for you guys today because we are going to be at the draft Thursday through Saturday. There's a sweet drone show happening.
Friday.
Yeah, it looks like the weather's holding off for us.
I think it should be good.
So that's pretty exciting. I'm just pumped, man. I'm pumped. But anywho, so the Pistons and Knicks, I don't think there is anything. Now, we're specifically talking about basketball because we can't bring the other sports into this because there are moments in other sports, yada, yada. But specifically in basketball, I don't know if there's a more annoying fan base than Knicks fans.
Oh, they're the worst. I literally loved watching them cry.
Exactly. And when they had that 21-point and then you had the bullshit of a game on Saturday and then not another game on Tuesday, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Why
the Pistons are playing a game. I get it. It's the scheduling,
Monday.
But it's dumb. It's dumb.
It was.
I don't like the NBA's playoff scheduling.
It's a 2.5-month journey in these playoffs. But anyway, all you heard about was that 21 point. The Pistons how are the Pistons ever going to beat that 21 point? And I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, it took something that has never happened in the NBA before for you to win game one. Right. You think you're just going to come into game two and do that again? I was
Here's
like, you fooled them once.
Dude, they're freaking putting the hammer down on Cat. I love it.
Bro.
I love it.
And is Brunson not the biggest, like just the most annoying NBA player to watch?
He is. And I love that the Pistons kept running.
This is with LeBron, 42-year-old LeBron still in the league, right? So you and I are on the same page. With 42-year-old LeBron, Brunson is still the most annoying fucking basketball player to watch.
Oh, yeah.
It's selfish me ball, and when it doesn't go his way,
do you know
his attitude and demeanor drops, and he starts flopping around.
I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
But I'll paint this picture for you. A player who made it to the playoffs and he never made it to the finals. Who does he remind you of?
Charles Barkley? Barkley made it to the finals.
Selfishness-wise.
Yeah.
He had a big old beard.
Kendrick Perkins?
No. James Harden.
James Harden? Yeah. Oh, current NBA player. You should hit you with current NBA player. Sorry.
Mr. Selfish himself.
Yeah, I was thinking about players in the past.
Barkley.
I think Barkley lost in the finals, didn't he?
He did.
I think he did.
He actually made it there. Yeah, he was dedicated.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. Anywho, I needed to get that off my chest. It's been sitting there for a minute. And even when they lost, they're still bringing up the fact that how can we do a 21-0 run in game one and then come back and lose in game two? And it's, bro, you know, that had never been done before in the NBA. Like, it took a miracle for you to win game one at home. I don't understand how you were such a favorite in game two. I think it was 6.5. That blew my fucking mind.
They come back and be 6.5-point favorites. You guys all saw what happened. Detroit was even with them for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden that 21-point run happened.
Yeah.
And granted, that 21-point run happened because they allowed them to be way more physical than they were typically in a regular NBA game.
Yeah.
And turnovers, yeah.
Money-wise, nothing in your mind should have told you not to take the Pistons to win plus the points.
Oh, absolutely.
It was crazy. But, anywho, now I'm super stoked. Coming back, Little Caesars Arena is going to be lit. And I'm to a point now, we're talking about them on the show because you know how strong I have been against the ownership's lack of compassion towards the fans. And I truly believe that Mr. Gorez has changed the direction. Not that it matters, not that my opinion matters, but to be an adult in this world, you can't just come on here and scream one thing and then not scream the other things.
Hopefully
I do
he
want to
pays-
congratulate him for putting his feet down and showing, hey, no, I am the owner. I told you I was going to be at the beginning. I'm sorry things got the way they were type bullshit. Like, actions speak louder than words. We can't ask for actions and expect words. So from this point, me personally, I'm appreciative of this. It's brought fandom back to the Pistons. It's fucking great, man.
The first home playoff game that fans can literally be like, we have an effing chance.
Yeah.
Like, we can win this series. Like, we can make some noise. We can piss off some other team's fans. This is fantastic for us.
Yeah.
We haven't had
Definitely
this in
worth
20
taking
years.
a small airplane puddle hop to Detroit and catching an Uber to Little Caesars Arena and then an Uber back, dude. I think that'd be about $400
Yeah, I would
for
love to.
for a puddle jump. We'll have to look into that next year.
Jump.
For a puddle jump.
Yeah, a puddle jump.
We're just gonna do a puddle jump. The
It's
Great
like a- it's like a-
Michigan Sea.
Yeah.
The Great Michigan Sea. By the way, have you ever seen old maps of Wisconsin?
Yeah, they're
There-
not.
there
they don't
is
look,
a-
they don't look right.
There is a spiked back dragon-like monster depicted
Yeah, hold on. I'll pull it up.
the wilderness, in the northern wilderness, just south of the Porcupine Mountains. Like, who the fuck drew that? We'll have to talk about that on a Monday while you're pulling that up. So we've got the NFL draft coming up. You and I are headed up there tomorrow. We'll be up there early as F in the morning. And by that, we mean like probably 10:30, 11. I think everything starts. I don't know when everything starts, but off the top of my head, I could pull up the NFL One Pass, which everyone should have downloaded if you're going. It's free to go to. We have badge hunts to go to. If you get all 36 badges, you have the opportunity to win 2 Super Bowl tickets, bro.
Yeah, pump for
That would be crazy. Can you imagine, bro? And I never heard about this. This is cool. It's something new that brings to the draft. I've been watching a lot on it. I'm excited for the food. I'm excited for the little... There's going to be a lot to look at the first day. And then there's going to be a lot to try and do the second and third day. So that's really what I'm excited for. What are you excited for?
I'm excited for all of it. The whole experience to me is going to be, this is a once in a lifetime thing.
Once in a lifetime thing.
I don't think that it's going to come back to Green Bay anytime soon. Probably not in our lifetime, just because this is a trial thing.
Well, the last time it was in Wisconsin. Do you know when the last time it was in Wisconsin?
Wasn't it? No. What was it?
1937.
I was going to say
And
it was
in
before the NFL.
The Hilton Hotel in Milwaukee. Yes.
Okay, so that little monster you're talking about, that's the Rhinelander Hodag.
The Rhinelander Hodag.
the
Yeah,
Hodag.
all right, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we'll have to dig into. We've dug into it a little bit.
Dude, I love that it says up in Canada and northern Minnesota, the Great White Norse.
Yeah, looking at old maps is a lot.
We
of fun.
can pull that up on Monday too.
Yeah, because in my History 301 class, shout out University of Phoenix, my History 301 class led me to that. I don't know how or why.
You're just looking
Maybe it
shit
was
up.
a Facebook page.
It was a Facebook page.
So I do think. Have you been to Kroll's? Have you been to Kroll's and tried the Butterburger? All right, I've seen more than enough people on the internet scream about how overrated it is, so I'm going to check it out, right? Because these are the same people that go on to IMDb and write paragraphs about what they didn't personally like about the movie, and it ends
We'll
up
get
being
you
everything.
we're gonna have the cameras and microphone. I can interview you as you're trying this burger.
We're gonna try this burger out.
We'll both give them our opinions on it.
Yep, absolutely.
And then we'll tag Krolls in it.
Yes, but yeah, we've got day 1, 2, or 3 to do that.
Yeah.
I love the entrance for the gate. Family is definitely hooking us up with a prime parking spot. Cousin Jay, she has no idea why her mom isn't utilizing the space, but she doesn't utilize it during game days either.
Nice.
Which is something I just found out about. So I might be hooking up. I guess it would be my great cousin
Cousins, family.
or my cousin's family. Wow, when you're not in Virginia or West Virginia, that shit just doesn't come to your tongue. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Anyways, yeah, I got family to hook up in the future, it looks like, so that's exciting. I love hooking up family. It's always fun for me. I could tell almost everyone here. Should I? I don't know. That would be pompous of me. All right, I won't. But I'll tell you off show. But anywho, you don't need to know. We've already established it in chat.
We already know.
You already know. I would say it and you'd be like, oh yeah, I saw that. So anywho, yeah, man, I'm effing pumped. The amount of signatures we're going to be getting. That's why this show was sweet and short. We would love to talk to you about baseball, but baseball is so early getting into it.
Well,
you know me.
We're going to have about a month of baseball in July into August until the preseason starts for the NFL. We got a whole month of just going through baseball.
Do you hear that, chat? I was just about to say, you know me, I don't like talking about baseball till July, and he cuts me off and goes, baseball, July through August.
Yep. You did catch Trevor, buddy Trev's Chirps.
Yep,
and
Trev
everybody
Chirps.
check out Trev's Chirps. He's got a tour, a Midwest tour going on. I believe he's going to be in White Sox Stadium, Cubs game, Milwaukee Brewers game, May 27th, the 29th of May. He'll be at Timber Rattlers. He'll be throwing out the first pitch.
Star Wars night is the 31st.
And he'll be there. It's Dinosaur Night, and he'll be there. And he gets to ride in the vehicle and shoot the Bratzuka.
Ooh, all right. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there just to say hello.
Yeah, I'm going to be gone. Section he said to show up, and I told him, I said, I'll give all the camera equipment to you. And you're just going to freaking go up there and have a good old time.
Yeah, yep. Sounds great to me. Awesome. Summer filled with fun. I love the Timber Rattler Stadium.
I love that he's getting to do all this stuff.
Yeah, that's super cool. His Temu commercial killed me. It was so awesome.
His Temu commercial?
Yeah. Did you see the Temu clip on
No,
Facebook?
I'll have to check it out, yeah.
Yeah, you can check it out. It was awesome. All right, well, if you ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing else either. Oh, NHL hockey playoffs, again, a little too early. Shout out Alex Ovechkin, still doing things that other people can't.
My only hope for the playoffs is that he wins a ring and he goes out as a champion. That's all.
That would be an amazing story.
Yep.
It would be, especially because he finally did, I think, the only thing left in his career other than beating the rest of Gretzky's records, and he got an overtime game-winning goal.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Correct.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ovi for continuing to just do amazing things in hockey.
We love when old dudes do good.
Yeah, especially the guy who's like, salt and pepper? No, salt, less pepper.
He's salty boy.
Drinking Diet Coke on the bench.
Right. He was drinking a Miller Lite or something in the locker room after he broke the record. It could have been it was a Coors. My bad. My bad. It was a Coors.
Yeah. His water bottles on the bench are filled with Coke. He has a Subway. He has a Subway. Yeah, he has a Subway sandwich.
Fuck water.
Yeah, he has a Subway sandwich and like hot Cheetos before every game.
Fucking guy.
He's just a man's man.
He's just a fucking peach.
Thank you for all of our listeners, and look out for us on YouTube and Facebook and all that spitty ass places. We're gonna be live from the draft all week. Hey, we hope to see you. We hope to see you in chat. If you got any questions, if you want to see anything at all while we're there. If you want to be, like, we could be your tour guide and shit, just hop into chat and ask us to take you there, and we'll take you to one of the little tents.
Damn.
However it needs to be, it shall be. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate that you're on this journey with us. Shout out to Paul. We tried to extend the episode, but family always comes first, and his little princess wanted a shopping spree after collection of all that birthday money.
Yes.
So we do share an anniversary together, him and I, as his hole-in-one came out in 4/22.
His came out and yours went in.
And mine 4/22 as well. His is about a few years earlier than mine, and we had this funny little spat going. So we'll have to bring it up on next Monday's episode. There's a lot to talk about. We missed out on the wrestling, but I'm sorry, our wrestling guy, our main guy, the guy who knows what to talk about, he's just not here, so we'll have to give you a late recap on everything. We're pretty excited about it.
Monday we'll be able to break
back.
it down. Yeah.
So
wrestling is big time back.
Yeah, it seems like when I was a kid.
Peacock. It was on Peacock. You can go rewatch it. I'm gonna have to go rewatch it on Peacock.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, well, for all of our listeners out there, again, thank you. All of our global listeners out there, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, China. 3 people.
Again, China, ni hao, huh? And we appreciate the hell out of you guys, all of you, everywhere. And Which leads me to know that the world continues to be a better place as long as you continue to be the best you can be. We love you.
We got a backstage twerking to our open ends. This ain't just some summer song. This that drop your panties bomb. This that late night porn strong. Talk your shit and tag along. I see the crew posted up, shirts off, ears up, talking louder than your ex. Wish you fuck shit up. Too raw, too deep. We don't sleep, we eat. Hotter than a bikini when you're 13. Now we out here living that goddamn dream. We don't ball, even dumbest. Thought it in the mall, it's the body custom linger. It's that hell yeah, let's go. We ain't taking summers off. We melt ice with what we drop. Sipping bourbon, talking reckless. Still the hottest in the spot. Find your hook. We them boys with the flame. Say our name, say it vain. Then we cook your whole brand like a steak in propane. Still wild, still elite, still them boys with the heat. Hotter than your first crush pics on the beach when you were 13. Now we filthy rich with the reach.